everyone right now, stop what you're doing. I want you to close your eyes tight because I want you to imagine something. I want you to imagine that you are a performer and you're about to perform in front of millions of people. You feel yourself as your heart is racing as you're walking towards the stage. As you get on the stage, you prepare your music equipment, your guitars. You're about to start playing a guitar, but unfortunately your hands are sweaty, you're really nervous, and your heart is racing. Unfortunately, millions of people out here have this feeling from a day-to-day basis, and they aren't even performers. Good morning, everyone. My name is Sean Thornton, and today I'm going to talk to you all about overcoming shyness. 40 to 45% of people out there are considered shy. What exactly is shy? Shyness is basically feeling awkwardness in any type of social event, nervousness in any type of situation where you have to speak up for yourself, or just basically interacting with people. This is something that millions of people and Americans, they deal with and face on their day-to-day basis. How does it feel to live with shyness? I basically gave you an example. Now, a simple trip to the grocery store can turn into a series of events such as feeling afraid, thinking that people are going to be looking at you, judging you by the way that you look, you dress, just that feeling of awkwardness by interacting or being social with anyone. Unfortunately, there's so many people out here that are witnessing and feeling this situation. Shyness can affect your social and your dating life. Now, what I mean by that is, more than likely, someone that's painfully shy or just has some type of shyness, they probably don't have that many friends because they're not usually in social environments and social situations. Meaning, you won't have many friends, so more than likely, you're going to end up being pretty lonely when everyone is hanging out with their friends. Another thing that can happen is dating. This is something very serious for men and women, but I like to say from a man's point of view, because I'm a man, I would like to say this is something that's very important for men because men are supposed to be the ones to go out there and approach the woman. If you have approach anxiety or you're too shy to approach the woman, you'll never end up dating anyone and you'll never end up getting married. You won't have any kids because of the simple fact that you're too nervous to approach the woman. This is something that millions of people have been battling with in their lives, and this is something very serious that needs to be taken care of. Basically, there's a few things that you can do. You know, you can also hope that the person approaches you, but then even when they approach you, you still feel that awkwardness of nervousness or even carrying on the conversation. So you find yourself being talked to. Some people may consider you as, let's say, stuck up or arrogant because of the simple fact that they think that you're too arrogant to talk to them or stuck up or whatever. But the simple fact is you're just nervous and you really don't know what to say. Basically, there's a couple more things that I want to talk about. Shyness can actually ruin your career or stop you from furthering your career because of the simple fact. Let me give you a couple examples. During a meeting at work, you can express yourself. If there's some changes that need to be done at work, you can express yourself. And when it's time to do so, if you're too nervous or shy, you never speak up. You never say anything. Basically, you have no voice. You have no opinion in the matter. And people will never, ever get a chance to hear and, get your feedback. So your boss more than likely will see this as a weakness or see that, or they might even think that you don't care, which is even worse. But the simple fact is you're just too shy to speak up. So a lot of your opinions never even get brought to the table because you never say anything about it. Another thing is basically when it comes to promotions, everyone out there, You know how much work you do, whether your boss knows how much work you do, whether your coworkers, anyone, you know how much work you do on a day-to-day basis. So basically, if you know that you're supposed to get paid more than $10 an hour because you do so much work, but you never go talk to your boss and say, hey, I really need a raise because this is what I do that, and I do that, and I do that, and I'm a great worker, I'm always on time, I need a raise because I'm worth a lot more than that. So that's a very important thing. Being shy can basically stop you from furthering yourself in your career. Now, a couple things that you can do to conquer your shyness is basically, it's like a muscle. You basically have to put yourself in social environments, so you have to be interactive with people even if it hurts. You have to keep constantly doing it in order to really open up and get used to it. Because if you don't get used to it, you'll never overcome it. So, like I said, we talked about a few things. I want to touch bases on one more thing as far as jobs. When you're working with a team, for example, at your job, no one, like I said before, no one would ever get your feedback and, would ever actually understand where you're coming from, or because you're not saying anything. So you could just be shy about that. You're not speaking up and giving your input when it comes to like job projects because of the fact that you're shy. So you're just kind of going with the flow with everyone else. That can really alter your career. So let's go forward. As far as overcoming your shyness, like I said, you just have to keep putting yourself in social environments, and you just have to keep doing it constantly. Just like a weightlifter, they're always lifting weights, and basically that's how they get strong. So this is a muscle. Just think of it like a muscle. So thank you everyone out there for listening to How to Conquer Your Shyness. My name is Sean Thornton. Everyone have a wonderful day.